Today marks the 10th anniversary of Dead Space. It launched on October 13th, 2008 for the PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. The USG Ishimura has gone radio silent. You are Isaac Clarke, an engineer who accompanies a small team of soldiers onto a rescue mission. Turns out, the ship's been infected with crazy monsters called necromorphs, which are like mutant humans with a bunch of crazy tendrils. The whole gimmick of the game is about said tendrils and severing them from their bodies. It kills them a lot faster. Headshots? No way, Jose. This one is all about maiming. Instead of normal weapons, a lot of your arsenal is comprised of engineering tools. The other big gimmick is the lack of a HUD. Everything instead was environmental. On your spine is your life bar, your gun shows ammo, radio transmissions come through as a hovering screen, projected from your visor, which is also how you can interact with your inventory. The only thing that doesn't really make sense is how much you can carry without a backpack. But hey, that's pretty much all video games, right? Another great thing about it, though, is that you can tap the analog stick and find out where to go next. That may break the game and make it too easy, but trust me, even with that, it's not very easy. Necromorphs are crazy and unpredictable, and ammo is scarce, as you can imagine, for a survival horror game. Sure, it had some cheap jump scares, but what horror game doesn't? But even with all those small things, it was fully immersive through and through. It was exactly what I had been wanting since Resident Evil 4. On that note, Resident Evil 4 released in 2005 and redefined both the series and the survival horror genre. It was a high mark and many games copied random pieces of its formula, but no one did it as well. Just on horror alone, between 2005 and 2008, there were some notable entries like Dead Rising, Lost Planet, Left 4 Dead, but they weren't really horror, you know? That's why Dead Space hit me so hard. It was also an early birthday present for me that year, with mine being on the 14th. You know, just in case you want to send me something cool tomorrow. Anyway, 2008 was also the first year with my PS3. I can pinpoint the exact date too. 4/29/08, which was the same day as Grand Theft Auto 4. But that wasn't really the reason I bought my PS3. That was just sort of a prelude for Metal Gear Solid 4 that was coming out in June. That was a pretty great couple of months with my PS3, along with catching up on 2 years of awesome releases, but I digress. Let's get back to Dead Space. Post-2008, Dead Space exploded with sequels, spin-offs, and other media projects. It burned bright, but then like all things that do that, it faded out. Before we get into that, let's go through everything that released. After Dead Space, there was Dead Space Extinction, releasing in September of 2009 for the Wii. Then we have Dead Space Ignition, releasing in October of 2010 for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Then the true sequel, Dead Space 2, releasing in January 2001 for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. On that same day, there was also a mobile game just called Dead Space, but it wasn't a remake of the first game, it was kind of an in-betweener. Finally, we have Dead Space 3, releasing in February 2013 for the PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. After that, there was also, well, I suppose, in between, and afterwards, there was films, comics, and novels. With that history out of the way, what are my thoughts on that blitzkrieg of necromania? Well, Dead Space 2 didn't do much to expand the formula of the first game. Isaac was now stuck in an insane asylum / hospital where another necromorph outbreak occurs in the middle of his examination. Oh yeah, and he can talk now, which is weird, but also good. It wasn't as groundbreaking as the first game, but it was still good. I had a lot of fun. The third game, well, I like the bits on the frozen planet, but it takes forever to get there. It all felt so stale by this point, even with the co-op edition. Oh yeah, and the last boss might be the most insane twist in a video game ever. The other projects were all very, meh. Now, it's always great when something is popular enough to warrant side projects, but in this case, I think it backfired on the series. Again, it was too much too fast. Would I love a new game now? Hell yeah! That said, do I trust EA, especially after they let Visceral, the developers, go, and their Star Wars game? Hell no. For now, the best way you can experience the series is on Xbox One with their backwards compatibility program. For this Halloween, I cannot recommend the first game enough. It's probably pretty cheap too. Turn off the lights, look out for necromorphs, and keep that plasma cutter by your side. My name is Tristan, and you've been watching ReActionExaminer, wherein I do my best to create interesting videos to entertain and educate you fine folks. Be sure to subscribe, that helped me out a lot. And if you want to check out more, be sure to read my work over on The Gamer, wherein I write fun little listicles. You can also drop by my personal website, GameJerk, wherein I post other articles and reviews. All these links and more can be found in the description below. Thanks, and see you all next time.